drivers making any money? If that's the question you've been asking yourself, you might want to stick around and watch this video, because we getting ready to get real deep into this logging stuff. And after this, you'll know if log truck driving is for you, or do you need to find something else. It's your boy Big E. Y'all know what we logging, man. Oftentimes, as you drive down the highway, especially in the southern parts of Mississippi, you see a real particular truck that's always on the highway, that's always going up and down. And those trucks are log trucks. You pretty much see log trucks all over the south of Mississippi. And you might have been asking yourself, hey, I think I want to drive a log truck, but I want to know how much they make. Well, let me tell you this. The risk that you take driving these trucks don't equal the same amount of value or more when it comes to the reward. See, when you're driving a log truck, you pretty much have to just love doing the logging scenario. You know what I mean? Because we gonna get right into it. If you're a person that's driving somebody else's truck, let me tell you this. Logging will make you, or it will break you. And oftentimes, it just depends on how your financial situation is set up. See, I've been doing logging now for around 6-7 years. And I've yet to become a millionaire. I have yet to become a thousandaire. You hear me? But now, last year with logging, I made, totally to be honest with y'all, I made $67,000 last year. Driving a log truck home every day. Well, not even working every day sometimes because of the weather or anything. But oftentimes, the normal pay range for a log truck driver is anywhere between $800 to $1,500 a week. That's I said average now. Now, as a log truck driver, I've made over $2,400 in 1 week because of my hustle and because I was going to get the loads and didn't have to spend $1 in fuel, break down anything, because I'm a company driver. So I encourage you to get with a company, man, that's gonna take care of you. Because if you find you a company that will take care of you, you'll never want to do another job again. But also, with the great risks that we take with driving these log trucks, now you got to understand, the company I drive for, we don't have no retirement, we don't have no 401k, none of that, no health insurance, none of that. So you're obligated to get your own stuff. And so they also, it depends on, certain companies will, you know what I'm saying, offer that. They does now. But at the same time, I'm not with that kind of company. So I'm only telling you from my perspective of logging, my experience. And my experience of logging is, I started out driving for a guy. This guy was paying me $100 for long hauls. That was anything over 80 miles. I was getting $100 loads. Short runs, I was getting $60. So that's anything from like 70 miles or lower, I was getting like 80 miles or lower, I was getting like $60 a load. Now, depending on what type of logger you got, if he got wood stacked up, you know what I'm saying, if you get to work early, that right there helps a whole lot. Because you can get your imagine if you run 3 loads a day on the long hauls, because you're able to get it, because I've done it multiple times. You can make $300, well, I was making $300 in 1 day. But the problem that I was having with that guy was, the truck was always breaking down. And so it was hard to get a full week. Sometimes it was even hard to get a full day at one point. But I've driven for many different people. And I've had people pay me $80 for a long haul and $50 for the short runs. You know, you have to run 4 loads a day to get $200. Now, I've driven for a guy when I first started doing the YouTube, which was Roger Smith out of Ellisville, Mississippi. He was paying us $180 a day for a day's work. You got $100 a day. You made like $850 a week. If you went to work that Saturday, you made you another $180. But remind you, you didn't have no insurance. You know, you have to pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? Because you get a 1099. It's a lot of things that go into consideration when you're trying to get into this logging. Now, that's from the company driving experience. Now, y'all know I drove for myself too. You make a little bit more driving for yourself, but there's a great responsibility when it comes to maintaining your truck and dealing with these mechanics. My problem was I was having mechanic problems. Mechanic would tell me one thing and do a whole nother, you know what I'm saying, something else. But long story short is, I've been taking care of my family with this law, and I've been hustling my butt off too. I really have. And when you sit back and look at it, you be like, the reward of doing this doesn't even compare to the risk you take with driving these log trucks. I've had buddies die from this stuff, man. I've been right beside the truck and probably got 5 miles ahead of him. He had a car accident and died. Burned up in his truck. Rest in peace, Pat. You know, I've totaled out a truck coming to drop the load off in the woods. Oh man, if I can find a picture, I'll upload it. But the risk that we're taking driving these trucks, and not just logging but trucking in general, it doesn't compare to the reward that we are looking to get. And I think that as a truck driver, even in logging, I know some owner operators gonna disagree with me. They probably watch this video. But man, I feel as if every log truck driver should at least get $100 a load. $100 for me to get in your truck, drive this wood where it's supposed to be. I don't care how much the meals are paying. These trucks cannot go without a driver in it. That's just point blank period. You cannot move wood without drivers. So I feel like some of the owner operators need to take better care of their drivers. And stop saying, oh, I need a good driver, but you don't want to pay for a good driver. You see what I'm saying? You got a lot of people out here want the very best, but don't want to sacrifice their finances to pay for the very best. See, you got to pay for people's talent. You see what I'm saying? I'm not just for the drive for anybody. You hear me? I'm not for to let nobody handle me any kind of way. And anybody that I done drove for, I can go back and do interviews on them, and I guarantee you, they would tell you, Big E never griped and complained. I went when I didn't want to go. You hear me? I sacrificed my time, my sleep. I've gotten up way earlier than what I needed to get up just to get to the woods to do my job. And sometimes when you get with a company, thank God I'm with Oklahoma Logging. They reward me for my hard work. You know, they appreciate good drivers and they take care of their good drivers. But not all companies are like that, y'all. And I mean, we living in an imperfect world, so you got to understand that, hey, you got some people out there, they want the very best, but they don't want to pay for it. And so with that being said, when you think about getting into logging, you have to know that the reward doesn't even 50% equal to the value of the risk that you're taking. Because sometimes you sit in these meals all day and you find yourself only making $140 sometimes. Like, let's say if people paying you $70 a load, you may be gone a whole day and make only $70 because of the meals might have been packed. You only got one load. The woods was slow and wood was coming out slow and all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, man, you got to take that in consideration that your bills are still coming every month. Your living expenses are coming every month, but you ain't working the same. It ain't like a 9 to 5. You go to a 9 to 5, they pay you for every hour you on the clock. You get overtime after a certain amount of time. You get paid for what you do. With logging, it ain't always like that. If you're getting paid by the load. Now, if you're getting paid by the day, then you know you got a certain time you're gonna be at work, certain time then I'm shutting it down. That's cool and dandy. But a lot of us out here getting paid by the load. And when we getting paid by the load, time equals money. You know what I'm saying? Because you may, like this morning, it's 8:06 right now, and I'm just not getting loaded with my first load. So that right there slows my day all the way down. Now I may have to I'm finna go to the paperwood mill in Monticello. I may be sitting there 2-3 hours. So I'm gonna have to come back and do it all over. I'm gonna get 2 loads, been gone all day for $140. So you need to be careful who you go link up with, because I recommend if you're a new log truck driver, get paid by the day. Or you can get a percentage of what the load pays. Some people are paying 25 to 31% of what the load pays. You know what I'm saying? And if you come to think about it, depending on how much you weigh, it's still gonna equal all about to the same thing of getting paid by the day. So you just want to be careful about, you know, what you do. I recommend take a day rate to start you out, and then as you get better experience and a better understanding of what your finances need, how, you know, what it takes to run your household, then you go to your boss man and say, hey, I need this. If you can't do that, I understand. I'm just going to have to find me somewhere that can, because at the end of the day, you're obligated to pay your bills and to make what needs to happen. That's on you. And so if anybody asks me, is the risk greater than the reward? Yes, the risk is greater than the reward. And the reward, you get tired of driving these trucks and not being able to reap the benefits of what people say, oh, you're a professional truck driver. I want to reap the benefits. I don't just want to have a title that I'm this, but I want to reap the benefits in life. And that's just like how people, y'all know I'm a preacher, so people get caught up in these fancy titles and all this kind of stuff. Man, I'm a minister of the gospel, and it does me no good to call myself a preacher, an apostle, a master prophet, all that kind of stuff, if I'm not reaping the benefits of what God has in store for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to live, I don't want to struggle. I know that we all don't want to struggle, and that's why I get my butt up every day and I work my butt off, so I don't have to struggle. So I won't, because you know it's easy to fall in the hole, and once you get in the hole, man, it's hard to climb out. But for all you new log truck drivers, man, that's watching this video, find a company, and if possible, that has health insurance benefits too. Even if you take a day rate or hourly pay, they have that in these log trucks too. Some places even have to where if you sit in the mill for over, I think 2 hours, they start paying you like $10 an hour or minimum wage. I don't know, but I've heard in cases like that. But it's up to you to decide what you want to do and what benefits you. And I'm just here to share my experience and hope that it helps you guys, and to know that you ain't finna get rich driving these log trucks. You're not finna get rich. You know what I'm saying? Even if you own your own log truck, you still ain't gonna get rich. I promise you that. But if you discipline yourself, take care of your finances like they need to be taken care of, you can make a decent living. And I'm not a greedy person, but at this particular moment in my life, I need more. And so I've been trying to work a little harder. I even been looking to take on another second job. You know what I'm saying? They're just part of life. But anyway, y'all, I'm just about loaded. I got to get on out, scrap my loads in the freezer. I just wanted to share that information with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you got any questions, feel free to comment down below your question about logging. I'll do my very best to make a video to reply to your comment. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I drop a video. If you enjoyed this content and you want to know more about logging, if you want to check out some more videos, I have a lot of different videos on this channel that will help you with your logging experience. And I hope you guys really liked it. It's your boy Big E. Y'all know what we doing. Also, if you want the merch, we also have merch. Email me. We got the Logging Man t-shirt. This is my KW, but when I get to, it's not this color yet, but it will be this color. But we also have the Dodging DOTs and Shifting Gears t-shirts. So if you want to get the merch, we have the merch on deck. We have over 500 videos in my library that you can go back and watch. And hey, welcome to the family. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, man. I'm telling you, we putting them out back to back. It's your boy Big E. Y'all know what we doing. We logging, man.